Good morning, Tahmina Khan is here in TKMaths Test 1. In today's video, I will explain to you a challenging question of the topic integration, which is a part of the syllabus of O-Level Additional Mathematics, Code 4037, CAIE. This question I've taken from November 18, variant 2 to question 9. So before I begin, you can see on the top my blog address and my website address and blog address. You do visit it, you will find all my videos I have made so far. They are categorized properly. It's very easy. You can find the videos of your choice, and website is offering many more things, online help as well. So do visit, you will find it useful. So let's begin with the question. So the question is about this diagram. There are three parts of this question. I am showing one part at a time. So in this question, it is saying the diagram is showing the curve y is equals to 2 root x, which is basically this curve. And then the normal to the curve at the point A meets the x-axis at the point B. So this line is your normal and it is at point A. You have to find the equation of the line AB, right? So line AB is normal to the curve at point A. This is the information given to us in the question. So the thing is, do you know that to find the equation of a line, because normal is a line, right? It's a straight line. So when you have to find the equation of a line, what you need to know? You need to know a point on that line and a gradient of that line, right? So now if we see on this line, which is normal to the curve at this point, we know one point on the line, which is 4, 4. We also know if we have to find the gradient of this, then when we will differentiate this equation, right, we will get the gradient function, which will give us the gradient of the tangent at this point. I'm repeating, if you differentiate this curve, you will get a gradient function. Gradient function always gives you gradient of the line at the point where you will substitute x. So if you substitute x4 in the gradient function, you will get the gradient at this point. So line tangent to this point will have that gradient. So now, to find out the gradient of the normal, I need to know the gradient of the tangent first. And I will tell you why in a while. So let's differentiate it first. Y is equals to 2, x power half. Root mean power half. So when we will differentiate it, it will become what? Half will come as a multiplier, and then power will be reduced by 1. Okay. So after that, it will become x power minus half. This 2 will cancel with this 2. And then it will become half, because I will substitute in x this x coordinate of the point. So the gradient of this line is 2. So what will be the gradient of this line, which is normal? Any idea? Yes, it will be minus 2. Reason is, we know that when two perpendicular lines are there, because normal and tangent are perpendicular to each other, if you multiply their gradient, answer is minus 1. We have learned this in coordinate geometry, right? So that's why if the gradient of this tangent green line representing here is half, then normal will be minus 2, reciprocal and opposite sign. Now we have to find the equation of this line. Now again, we know the line is either y is equals to mx plus c, I'm writing the general form, or y minus y1 equals to m, x minus x1. So whatever you want to use here, I like this one, so I will use this one. And we already know that we have to take a gradient and a point. So point I have 4, 4, gradient I have minus 2. So in place of y1 and x1, I will substitute this point, x and y, and in place of m, I will write minus 2, right? If I will write half, I will get the equation of the tangent. So the only difference is of this gradient. Whatever gradient you will substitute, you will get the equation of that line. So now here I am substituting point and the gradient, and then simply simplifying it, and then it will give me the form y plus 2x equals to 12. So this will be the equation of the line. So this is how we will find the equation of the normal. Now, part 2 is saying find the coordinate of point P. Now, it was told to you in the question earlier that point B is on the x-axis and it is on the normal. So now what information you should have here? That any point on the x-axis will have y coordinate 0. So you will say at x-axis y is equals to 0. So in this equation of the line, which is normal, you will replace y by 0 and you will get your x coordinate. So this concept is simple because it has come from coordinate geometry and we are already aware of it. So the point will be 6, 0. Is it all right? So now let's see the last part of the question. Last part of the question is saying find the area of the shaded region. Now this shaded region is under two curves. You know what? Under this curve, it is this shaded region and this shaded region is under this line. So if I will integrate, because we know from integration, whenever we integrate the equation and apply limits on it, we get the area between the curve and the line, right? So if I integrate this function and apply limit 0 to 4, I will get this area. For this, I don't need to apply integration. If I want to, then I need to find the equation of this line, which I have already found. And then I can apply limit 4 to 6. But that will be lengthy method. It is straight away a triangle. And I can find the area of a triangle. My base will be 2. My height will be 4. Because at this point, y coordinate is 4. So if I have to find the area of a shaded region, I will do area under the curve, this one, plus area of the triangle, this one, right? So for the area under the curve, I will integrate it, this curve, and limits will be 0 to 4. So this will give me area between the curve and the x-axis. And area of a triangle is half into base into height. Height is 4, base is 2, right? So let's integrate it now. So here you need to recall, if you know, that whenever we integrate, the power is added and divided by added power, plus c if there are no limits. If there are limits, we do not write c. So let's integrate this part, because this is area of a triangle and we have already gotten here, it is 4, simple. So I will do, I'm taking 2 outside the integral sign because it will not get affected. It will simply multiply later on. So x half plus 1, just like this formula, right? So half plus 1 divided by half plus 1, which is 3 over 2. And the limits are 0 to 4. After that, this number can go out and it will get inverse. So it will become 2 multiplied by 2 over 3. And this is x power 3 over 2. Limits are 0 to 4. And you know, when you have limit, you do upper limit minus lower limit, right? So 2 to the 4 over 3. And then I will apply upper limit first here, minus lower limit. So minus 0 plus 4. After that, I'm simply simplifying it. And I got this area of the shaded region. So area under the curve and area of a triangle. So I will add it up. So before I finish this video, there is a food for thought. You know, some people think differently. So what is the other way of finding the shaded region area? You know, the other way is that if you look at this diagram and make a trapezium here, right, with this purple line, I can also do area of a trapezium minus area of a curve and area between the curve and the y-axis. The one I have solved was area between the curve and the x-axis. So if you want to do other way around, you can do area of a trapezium minus this blue area. It will give you shaded region. And this blue region is basically area between the curve and the y-axis. Now do remember, whenever you find area between the curve and the y-axis, from the equation, you have to make x a subject, right? I hope you remember this thing. So if you make x a subject, what it will become? Can you do mentally? It will become y square over 4. And limits will be 0 to 4. So I'm just giving you one more information and then you can try it yourself if you want later on. So this is the area of a trapezium, half into height into sum of parallel sides. In this trapezium, what do you think? What is the height? This side and this side is parallel, right? 6 and 4. These are parallel sides. Distance between them will be your height, which is 4. So height is 4 and A and B will be your 6 and 4. Plus, sorry, I should not write plus, I should write here minus. Let me do this correction. Okay, so it will be minus. Okay, so minus area of this region, then you will get this. And here I have shown you, if you make x a subject, from this equation, it will become y over 2, then you will square both sides, it will become x, y square over 4. And then you will simply integrate the way I have taught you in the previous slide. So this will give you area of the shaded region. So thank you very much for watching this video. If you have learned something from this and liked it, please press like and subscribe button, share it with your friends, and your positive comments will encourage me to make more videos. Thanks once again. Allah Hafiz. Take care.